So, I mean, we've
Yes.
dealt with pecuniary jurisdiction. Now, coming to territorial,
Yeah.
right? With regard to trademarks, I think there's a landmark judgment that you want to tell us
There
about.
is this judgment that the Supreme Court pronounced, I think, last month. It's
Okay.
called IPRS versus Sanjay Dalia.
Okay.
Now, it's an interesting judgment because what it seeks to do is it tries to read Section 20 of the CPC with Section 62 of the Copyright Act and Section 134 of the Trademarks Act.
Yeah.
Now, these are sections that confer, that sort of talk of where a suit ought to be filed.
Territorial
Correct.
jurisdiction.
So, Section 20 CPC says place where the defendant resides, or place where the defendant has work, or place where the cause of action wholly or in part arises. Section 62 of the Copyright Act says you can sue where the plaintiff resides or has office of business. Similarly, Section 134 Trademarks Act says where the plaintiff resides or has place of business. So what you're looking at is a situation where you can pretty much file a suit anywhere, right? You may be a multinational company as a plaintiff, you may have an office in Delhi. So whether, irrespective of where the infringement actually is taking place, you have an office in Delhi, you can sue in Delhi. You know, your defendant may be some guy, maybe in Hyderabad or Bangalore or Chennai or wherever. Now, in this decision of the Supreme Court, what they say is that you can't have 62 and 134 overriding CPC.
Okay.
Right? So, it's sort of tried to bring all of these together and harmonize these sections. And what it now says is that if you have an office in Hyderabad and the defendant is placed in Hyderabad or the cause of action is accruing in Hyderabad, you will not run to Delhi to sue.
Okay.
You will then sue in Hyderabad. But if you're in Hyderabad, infringement is happening in Bombay. Well, you can still sue in Hyderabad or Bombay.
What's the big deal? I mean, why can't you sue in Hyderabad or Chennai or even in a small town in Rajasthan?
Well, you can sue wherever you want. That's not an issue. But all of us who follow IP know that it's really Delhi. That's the hub of IP. That's where the best lawyers are. That's where most of the judgments come from. That's where your chances of an injunction are higher. Better or worse, you know, that's how it is. So, as a plaintiff who's looking for an injunction, mostly you'd be advised to come to Delhi.
So, even if your client is an MNC, has office, they need to have an office in Delhi? Is that what they're saying?
That's what the court says, yes. But in practice, there have been cases where there's really nothing in Delhi. You know, the infringement is happening in Chennai. The office of the company is in Bombay. The defendant himself is based, well, in Hyderabad.
Okay. How do you bring it within the jurisdiction of the Delhi courts then?
You can say the product is available in Delhi, therefore cause of action is arising in Delhi. For instance, it's a suit for medicines. For instance, trademark infringement on medicines, it's available at a chemist
in a pharmacy in Delhi.
Correct. So, basis that you make jurisdiction. Or you say that it's a product available on the internet, which can be purchased or sold in Delhi.
So, what is the Supreme Court's judgment? What is the impact on this now?
The impact is that as of now, how things are pretty much just in Delhi, it'll have to spread out.
Okay.
Like I said, if you're somebody from Bombay and infringement is happening in Bombay, you now should reconsider suing in Delhi.
So this whole product is available, theory will not fly anymore basically.
See, it's not been tested yet, but my guess is it won't.
So how does that work in practice? I mean, you know, when there's a Supreme Court judgment or an order, how long does it take in practice?
Not long. In fact, the Novartis judgment, I'm sure you know of it, was pronounced on 1st of April. The first time we cited it in court was 2nd of April. So it's really that quick.
That quick.
Yeah, it's really that quick.
Thank you.